You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers podcast.
All right, guys. Frank's going to do the intro.
No, I'm not.
He apparently thinks he can do the intro better, so go ahead.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode
That
of
was too
Evil
loud.
Metal Gamers podcast. Today is December the 9th, 2017, and you're listening to Evil Metal Gamers.
You sound like some guy who does romantic songs or something on the website. It's some bullshit. Welcome to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers podcast. And if you heard that, that was Frank trying to do the intro. Today, December 9th, 2017. I think it was about 2 weeks ago that we did the last podcast. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about my voice. I have a sore throat. I was at a cruise, enjoying myself.
I don't know how you get a sore throat on a cruise, but...
No, I got a sore throat after I came from the cruise.
Oh, okay.
My name is Jose Roldan,
And I'm Frank Berna.
and this is where you can hear all your geek news for the week.
All week, every week, unless Jose decides to go on a cruise, then you have to wait 2 weeks.
I deserved that. I deserved it, okay? It was a year since I had vacation. Anywho, now, go ahead, Frank.
So, last week, in the realm of the nerds, I found it interesting. Titan Comics, they are a subgenre of major comic books. One that you can give me an awkward face. They're one of the groups who are responsible for publishing the Walking Dead series. They do a lot of the story series. I looked them up. They're not amazing.
What is it? What is it called?
They're called Titan Comics.
I thought it was Image for some reason.
They could be part of Image, but they're a small...
That might be wrong.
They're a small sector. Anyways, they're releasing a Bloodborne comic series, which looks awesome from what I've seen. You check them out online. You can see all of the screenshots that they got, cover art, concept arts, everything like that. I love the Bloodborne franchise, the Dark Souls, franchise. Neo falls in this new realm of these really hard, punishing games. I love them.
Extremely punishable.
And with that, I find it interesting because with the Video Game Awards that took place on Thursday, there was a teaser from Software. And it could be Bloodborne Part 2.
I'm sure it is. And you know, I had to look that up. I was like, what the fuck was that? Was that like the second trailer they showed?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this shit? I never played Bloodborne. So I was like, what the fuck? That was like a second of a nothing. And then Dylan, of course, had to tell me, you know, oh, that's Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But I never played Bloodborne.
A lot of people are saying that it's not Bloodborne 2, that it's going to be a completely new IP.
I don't think so.
Either way, I'm good with it because I like From Software. And with the comic coming out, I think it could be this
It could be.
this comic book series as a backlog just so that somebody can read rather than investing the time for Part 2.
Did you play Bloodborne? I mean, pass it?
No, I have yet to pass it. It's awesome. Neo is nowhere near as brutal as Bloodborne, in my opinion.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Bloodborne is sick. Sick.
Well, which one would you say out of the three are the toughest? I'm talking about Dark Souls.
I want to say Dark Souls just because Dark Souls doesn't have the dodge aspect. Somebody said that part 3 does.
3 or 2? I don't know.
But 1 didn't even have the dodge. Like, it was all about blocking.
Well, that would fucking suck.
Yeah, so that's where...
The blocking is a pain in the ass. Especially if you block and then 2 more hits come right after that. They can kill you.
So, that's interesting coming out. Also, that we got news is that Capcom finally has given us Mega Man 11.
Oh, my... I saw the trailer and I was very excited, believe it or not. I didn't think I was going to be so excited. You know, that would be under the category of brutal, so that's a very brutal, unforgiving game.
Yes.
But, I mean, I'm excited. Mega Man, there hasn't been a really good-looking Mega Man in a long time. They're just making remakes.
Yeah.
Or,
that's said to be one of, if not the hardest trophy in the history of video games.
Wait, the one that's coming up now, or
no? It's one of the Mega Man games.
Uh-huh.
The trophy's called Mr. Perfect.
What?
Don't get hit at all. Do not get hit at all in a Mega Man game.
That's impossible.
It's called Mr. Perfect.
You have to be in the spectrum to be able to do that. Are you kidding me?
It's a trophy.
No, that can't be.
Uh,
What, the big blob that turns into different things? I mean, there has to be a trick to it. Like, is there save in the new version?
I don't know.
Like, you save and if you die, you go again. You save and you die, you go again until you do it perfect. That's the only way I can see it. If they allow you to save at any point, then it would take you forever to pass the fucking game.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
So,
Damn.
Mega Man 11 coming out, I think, next year. And I think last night they announced that Mega Man, a pixelated Mega Man, will be in Monster Hunter World. The beta opened up this weekend for PlayStation 4 owners, and I think there's a way that you could play as a pixelated Mega Man in the Monster Hunter World.
And now they also did Dead Rising. Dead Rising 3 just came out for PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
And you can put Mega Man. Like, you get the whole outfit and everything.
Yeah.
Or a lot of Capcom characters, actually.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Capcom.
Except,
They know how to milk their franchise.
Yep. And then from there, we get this amazing trailer for Batman Ninja from the creators of what is it? Juju's New Adventure? What is it?
Juju.
No. Well,
Yee? Oh.
No.
It's not me.
Oh my God.
The Little Witch?
No. It's somebody's big adventure. His name's like Bobo. No. Oh my God. It's on the tip of my tongue. It was made by the guy who made Fist of the North Star.
Nope.
JoJo's New Adventure.
JoJo's what?
It's some
Just
anime.
look it up in the fucking. Keep going. I'm gonna search it.
And then from there, the animation team behind the Afro Samurai movie is in it, and they're doing this whole Batman.
They're doing Afro Samurai's movie.
No, the guy who drew the Afro
okay.
Samurai is making this film.
It looks really good.
It looks amazing.
When you showed it to me, I thought it was. Don't worry about it. I thought it was the. What do you call it? It was a comic book. I had no idea there was a trailer. Fuck. It looks really good.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Type it in.
JoJo Bizarre Adventure.
That's what it is. I was saying Juju, but it's JoJo. So, but they're.
How do you even know about this?
I like anime, dude.
You must be a bigger nerd than me because I don't know what the fuck this
Yeah,
is.
no.
I've never heard of this.
You've heard of Fist of the North Star, though.
Yes, but what is?
It's weird. It's really weird. But this is the thing. This anime that they're doing, they've taken some of the best individuals in Japan to make this game. The guy who's playing Batman's voice, he's also been Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
He played Jubei in my favorite anime of all time, Ninja Scroll. He was in the original Ghost in the Shell. He was a character in Dragon Ball Z. I mean, this guy
Who was the guy in Ghost in the Shell? Was he the ghost? I think it's the same voice.
the guy with the little glasses.
Oh yeah,
That was him. He's done all these roles. He's playing Batman. So to show how big of a character he is in the realm of anime, they've really pulled out all the stops to get this thing.
and I'm gonna watch
going.
it in the original.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be in Japanese for me.
It's gonna be so good.
The only way I would watch this movie in English is if they bring Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
If they bring him here, then I will watch the movie in English. If it's not him, then I'll watch it in Japanese.
I feel like they can get Hamill to do it. I know they killed him, and he's said several times that he's done. Because you remember when they killed him in Arkham City?
Yes.
And he's like, I'm done. But then they brought him back for Arkham Knight.
And then he said he was done again.
Yeah. So I can see them.
Before I would say, what else are you going to fucking do? You're a big nobody. And now the Star Wars movies came out. So now technically he could tell everybody to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
At least for the next 3 years, right?
Give or take.
He could say fuck you. Unless they paid him a huge amount of money. He don't need to do the Joker.
Yeah, but Batman Ninja's coming out. It looks beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I'm from the realm that if your anime is not drawn well, I'm sorry, I won't watch it. People tell me, I'm a teacher. My students say, Mr. Burnett, you gotta watch Tokyo Ghoul. I watched 3 episodes. I'm like, this animation sucks.
Go.
That animation sucks. The story seems cool. Animation sucks. I can't get over it.
You want to see
Attack on Titan. Animation sucks. Can't get over it.
Miyazaki movies have great animation though.
Who?
Miyazaki, the guy who did Princess
Mononoke and all. His style is very unique. Like you can spot his movie from a mile away.
But still, that part where he's fighting the monster while he's riding his deer. I think it was a deer.
Yeah.
With the arrow.
Right.
Or when he's fighting those 2 guys and he shoots the arrow and cuts the guy's arms right off.
Yeah, for me, I go back to I need a lot of violence in my.
But there was a lot of violence in that movie. It's probably his most violent movie.
Right, and that's why it's his most critically acclaimed. I mean, that and My Neighbor Totoro.
No, that wasn't.
That's
Spirited Away was really good. Spirited Away won an Academy Award.
Yeah, best animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Spirited Away was good. I mean, I know you're looking for violence.
Yeah.
Yes,
No, I like mine.
It was an Alice in Wonderland type of.
No, I get it. I'm just that's me. But
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. No,
you're talking about a good animation on a violent.
Right. I know my niche, and
like Akira.
We have these conversations all the time where I can go and I can see something and be like, I can see why this is good. I can understand why Princess Mononoke, House from Floating Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, Ponyo.
I think it's Toto.
I thought it was Totoro.
I don't know.
It could be Toto. Ponyo. What else did he did? What was the givers? The little people?
Yeah, I know.
The borrowers. I
don't think it was the borrowers.
It was something like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, but Ponyo was okay. Ponyo.
That literally was the Little Mermaid 2.0. It was weird.
I like House Moving Castle though. The animation there was.
So.
Okay, so the Batman, I think I liked it also because it has a mix of CG with 2D or 2D 3D. Mm-hmm. I like that. I don't remember very well if Ghost in the Shell did that because I know when Ghost in the Shell came out, there was 3D was just starting. I think they had a few.
The tank, the crab tank. That was definitely.
But was the crab tank in?
Yeah. Don't you remember she rips off her arm?
That's right. Trying to pull it out. Well, when the animated series came out, they mixed.
Yeah,
up. Did you see the anime? I like the animated series.
I loved Ghost Protocol or something. Yeah,
there's like 3 seasons or 2. That was a lot more 3D mixed in, and the other part of Ghost in the Shell, part 2.
I didn't see if there was a part 2. I didn't see it.
There is a part 2, but the general. No, it's not a general. What did you call her?
I know you're talking about.
General, no, the girl.
I thought she was just a sergeant.
The sergeant, whatever. He called her sergeant or something. The guy with the glasses, and he's like looking for her and stuff like that. And there's like this hacker getting into androids and stuff like that. It was not as good as Ghost in the Shell, but it was good. I am very excited about this movie. I didn't say anything about if it's coming out in
2018. That's it.
2018.
Wow. 2018. And if it comes out in Japanese, I'll just bootleg it if I can't buy it.
Talking about movies, you know what comes out next week, right?
Star Wars.
Oh, I thought the.
Oh yes.
Shh. Well, you told me to shut up.
Because I've gone dark.
I'm just telling you the movie's coming out next week.
I know. I don't need to know anything about it.
I was just gonna say the movie comes out next week. It came out this week.
No, it didn't come out
in selected theaters, which I searched up and down. I was looking this week because if it was, I was gonna go tomorrow.
I was gonna go today. Well, actually, I was gonna go last night.
Because I don't want to go in Star Wars.
No. I was gonna go last night. Because I showed the trailer to Kathy.
It made a lot of money. I'm not going to tell you anything about the movie, but it made a lot of money on the few theaters.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. This thing has a Academy Award written all over, from what I heard.
Well, I hope so. Best it's in English though, right?
Yeah. As far as I know. But I showed the trailer, and she watched the entire trailer, and she goes, "So is this?" And I'm like,
Oh, I thought you saw the trailer.
"No,
You sent me a text with it. I figured you saw it. So you punished me.
No, I needed the blinder I am to something.
So why the fuck did you send it to me?
The happier I am. I can't
You
wait
knew
to
I
see
was
it.
going to look at it.
Yeah. When I first saw it, if you remember back, he presented the movie The Orphanage. Do you remember The Orphanage?
Finish was fantastic.
He didn't direct that though. He produced it.
What?
That wasn't him.
Wait a minute. What?
The Orphanage was not
The
directed.
Spanish version?
Yes, the Spanish version, The Orphanage.
How dare you?
He presented it. He did not direct it. I love that film. I thought that's what this was, but then I found out he actually directed it, and so I've gone dark on it ever since.
The Spanish version of The Orphanage was not done by him?
No, he presents it.
I feel like I was lied to.
Yeah, no, I think he had a hand in it, but he did not do it.
How dare them? I watched that movie thinking it was him.
So did I, and then I found out it wasn't him, and I was like, whoever it was, they did a damn good job.
His Pan's Labyrinth, and
That's my favorite movie.
It had that type of
A dark aesthetic.
Yeah,
It was dark
man,
and beautiful
he's
at the same time.
He's such a good director.
So,
So
did you? I don't know if you were on the trip, if you were on your cruise or not. Did you read my text about his greatest regret as far as being a director goes?
no, I did not read.
Okay, so here it goes. He was given the opportunity to do something, and he said, in hindsight, I really, really, really regret not doing it, because the more I thought about it, the more I would love to have done it.
What?
You know how Universal...
He did Mimic? Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't believe he did that. Okay.
You remember how Universal Studios says we're going to do the dark universe of the Wolfman,
Yeah.
and they did the Mummy, and the Mummy bombed because it wasn't good?
Yeah.
He was going to get creative control over everything.
Of the Mummy?
The Mummy, Frankenstein, The Invisible Man,
Oh, God. It would have been
Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
great. Guys, just before we continue, just to let you know, the movie we're talking about is called Shapes of Water.
That's
If you
gonna be
get a chance
awesome.
to watch the trailer. Anyway, go back.
But he was going to do it, and then he said no. He had complete creative control over all of those.
Try again in a few seconds.
That's Google.
What the fuck was that?
Something must have sounded like Google. That was awesome. That was Google in the background. Thank you, Google. I'm not editing that.
When did you get that piece of shit?
What do you mean the piece of shit? If it was a Siri, you buy that fucking shit. Oh, Siri, wipe my ass. I can't. It's too dirty. Yeah.
Don't say that, because my phone will go off. The X, I mean,
That was awesome. I'm glad that was recorded.
here we go. I mean,
People are going to think
hey
this like
Siri,
an
what
Android.
time is it?
It's 2:54 p.m.
There we go. So with that,
What?
you don't have to hold the button anymore on the X because there's no home button. If you say the words, hey, and then I'm not going to say her name, she'll start doing whatever you tell her
Okay,
to do.
Google, what time is it?
It's 2:54.
Right, that's your home Google.
I
That-
have a fucking Android in my house.
no, but that's the Google
Yeah,
home.
well, if I'm outside, I can do it with the phone. Right here, it's set that I don't need to use my phone because it's connected to my speaker.
Right, but do you need to hold? Cause,
No, I don't need
Oh, okay. Because the old
phone
way,
comes
the old way, you had to hold
No.
you had to hold the button down to activate it because you didn't want to say it on accident, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the old phones, like Apple. Anyway. Let's go back to Guillermo del Toro. You're right. The movie is not here. He did not do this movie.
Who was the director?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't care anymore.
No, but he would have complete. Oh shit! Now we're cooking with gasoline.
You're a mess.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break and listen to our sponsors, which we do not have.
Do you suffer from hemorrhoids? Are you embarrassed about your hemorrhoids? Well, we have the solution for you. Don't tell anyone you have hemorrhoids.
And we're back.
Sorry about that. We spilled soda everywhere. Well, we's too many people. That was Frank. He's drunk. And that was Coke. Coca-Cola.
So, where were we? We talked about Guillermo del Toro talking about his greatest regret. If he would have had complete control over the universe, I mean, that would have been great, in my opinion.
Yeah. God, man, I'm still just thinking about how he didn't do The Orphanage. And I just deleted that out of my top 5 horrors.
This is such a great movie.
I don't care anymore. I've lost total interest in the fucking movie. I won't even give it another look. Anyway,
All right.
so we saw Coco.
Coco was amazing.
Coco was actually a really good movie.
Amazing. Loved it. Loved it.
If you guys get a chance, watch it. It's really good. It shows you a lot of the Mexican culture. The Mexican culture.
Aren't you Mexican?
Please do not watch the movie and assume that this is the Latino culture. Please do not go to a Cuban or a Puerto Rican and tell them, hey, do you celebrate the Day of the Dead? This is the Mexican culture for all people who are not Latinos. It was a really good movie. I'm just trying to help you avoid embarrassment if you go to your local Hispanic and say, hey, I love Coco. I didn't know you celebrated the Day of the Dead. You don't want to get punched in the face. Please, as a Puerto Rican, do not go to your local Puerto Rican and say that. But Coco was very good, very well written. Very proud of Pixar for doing the movie that, in times where, Mexicans are not loved by some people and with great power. I think it's a good slap in the face, and I think it was really good. Very sad. I mean, it is sad. Which Pixar movie isn't fucking sad? I mean, Up made you cry in the first 5 minutes, and then they do this shit to you with Coco. When you get a chance, go watch it. Very good. My recommendation. I don't know if Frank, you want to recommend it?
I loved it. It was fantastic. It was beautifully done. I thought the way they put in the stereotypes without putting in the stereotypes were fantastic.
Yeah, no.
It was very aesthetically pleasing. I felt that they did a good job of representing the Mexican culture.
Absolutely. A lot of
the styles, everything about it was extremely well done.
A lot of famous dead Mexicans are in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, there's El Santo that they really focus, but there's a lot of hidden dead Mexicans that actors that you wouldn't know, like Cantinflas. I don't even know if you know who Cantinflas is, but he's there too. He's pretty big. He's like the Charlie Chaplin of the Mexican culture. He was huge actor over there. And that, they were able to put him in the movie and a lot of famous celebrities, which of course the people over here won't notice it, but it's details that obviously it's not people over here in the United States, but because I'm telling you that these actors are people that all Hispanics know, at least from my age all the way to like the 50, 60, 7-year-olds, 70-year-olds don't know. Hispanics, millennials, I don't think they will, but it's details that if a Hispanic person watches, they're going to say, hey, look, there's here, there's that, they'll notice. Young kids, of course, they won't notice, and I don't think Americans will notice. But what I'm saying is that Pixar goes out of their way to look for every detail. They're not going to put a Mexican person who hasn't died into the land of the dead. So, and they brought in people to help on the wording because some of the actors are not Mexicans. Some of the, at least the ones who did the English version, are Hispanics, but they're not all Mexicans. I think Benjamin Bratt Mexican?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
You don't know who Benjamin Bratt is? Come on, he's done a lot of movies. Okay, the latest movies was Doctor Strange, the guy who was playing basketball. And
Oh,
he like
yeah.
he goes, "Hey, how did you end up?" That's Benjamin. I don't know if he's Hispanic. I mean, he is Hispanic, but I don't know if he's Mexican. Anyway, they went in there and they helped him out with the way they speak. Like they say, you will refer to a child as muchacho or chamaco or whatever. Those are things that details that Pixar makes sure. They want to make sure it's right. They don't,
Right.
You're not gonna go in there and bring somebody who's not Mexican and assume that he's gonna know all the phrases, because it's true. We all speak different.
I mean, that's relevant of any culture. I mean, you
Yeah.
can't. I'm from Pittsburgh, and just talking from people from Florida, you don't call
exactly.
we don't call soda. We call it pop.
Exactly.
Very
good
those
example.
stupid little things. So yeah, no, that Pixar is fantastic at that.
Those are really good. Anyway, what else?
The Division, something that
I'm actually thinking of downloading this game again just because of this update.
for what, for your PC, or do you
I
want to
have
play
it.
it on?
I have it. I want to play with you, but I also have it on PC. I want to.
I'll play. Oh no, you're working tonight.
We can do it tomorrow
Possibly, yeah.
or tonight if you're going to be up. I'll be home around 2.
Two's pushing it. If you would say midnight, I'd stay up till midnight. Two's
I'm
pushing
not
it.
going to be home at midnight. But
All right. No, but 1.8 came out. New weapons, new gear, new map. They opened up a whole new section. 1.8 is huge.
I'm so happy that they're trying to keep this game alive.
And people
I
are
mean-
into it, dude. I mean, the community, based off the comment section that I was reading about 1.8, everybody's losing their shit.
It was like a 40% discount and for the video game award discounts and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was like $16.
Yeah,
It's
it's
really cheap. So now's the time to play it. Is it free?
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, all that stuff is free. There's stuff to buy, but it's all cosmetic. There's nothing that you can get a bonus.
Which is fine. You
And
don't
then
need
they
it.
have stuff for PVE. They have stuff for PvP. They have all kinds of different, different strokes, different folks, and they're trying to help out everybody, which is awesome because I hate playing with people.
Talking about the purchasing, loot stuff. Did you get the director, that crazy director?
Oh no, I wasn't.
Was he drunk?
Oh, I don't know about that.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I skipped. Honestly, I didn't really
my-
care about what a lot of those guys had to say.
I'm just saying, the guy was just supposed to present his trailer. I gotta find out what this idiot's name is.
Oh god, and
Like
he
a-
like stole the show. He like took over. Jeff Knightley couldn't even get a word
He
in.
couldn't get a word in. And he's like, would you shut up for a second? Is he French, right?
I don't know. You want to know what
And
was
then
great?
it's EA does his game, right?
No, well, I
think
maybe.
so.
And he's like, people make mistakes, people fuck
Talking
up.
shit about
Yeah.
EA.
No,
He specifically said E EA.
No, but what was great was when the first award was presented, and he goes, "Hold on, it's a microtransaction to find out." And he put out his credit card and swiped it. He's like, "It feels like that nowadays, doesn't it?" I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, but this guy flat out said EA, and I think his game is EA. So he's not working anymore for EA. I think he was drunk or
Yeah.
high or something.
So Division 1.8 officially released. It's out. I think it already updated.
1.8. Damn,
So
that's awesome.
I will say, speaking of the video game awards, I want to punch whoever in the face
What?
about the award for longest running or longest continuation for a video game that they gave it to Overwatch.
Okay, why? Give me a reason.
Grand Theft Auto. It's a game that's 4 years old and it's still on top 10 lists because people
Was
keep
it
buying.
even nominated?
It was nominated, and that's why it pissed me off.
Nah, you know what? I would have given it to Grand Theft Auto.
But, like-
Overwatch has been around for 1
Yeah, you've been around for
year.
one
year.
Grand Theft Auto. Like, I'm not saying it as like a Grand Theft Auto like guru. I'm saying it from the aesthetic of that game's 4 years old, and there are people who are
And they
still
sell it full
buying.
price.
Yeah, you can't argue that point.
But it was the people who voted.
People are stupid. You guys are literally stupid when you don't know that. Like yeah, you're stupid. If you think that Overwatch is no, because
But in another 10 years, Overwatch will still be Overwatch, and Grand Theft Auto 7 will be around. It will.
no,
Blizzard-
10 years.
All right, 5 years.
Yeah, no, I'll say Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is. I already talked about the rumor that Grand Theft Auto 6.
When? Because
I
they,
read it
they, they
somewhere.
have Red Dead Redemption too that they got to
No,
do.
they already started for Grand Theft Auto 6. It's supposed to be. Oh wait. Are you gonna freak out if I say this?
No, you can tell me.
Because I don't want to. Oh, I want to keep kept in the dark, Jose. How dare you? And you stab me right here.
No.
It's supposed to be a lead female character.
Okay.
That was a bunch of. I can't believe you didn't read this.
When did this come out?
I think 2 days ago.
That's news to me. I didn't. Well, I did stay off of a lot of the news sites because of I didn't see the Video Game Awards live. I had to wait, so I stayed off of all social networks.
So now that we're still in the Video Game Awards, let's talk about that trailer.
Which one?
What do you think? The only one that you really want to talk about.
Honestly, I don't want to talk about it because I'm still doing research. I'm going to write a dissertation, and I'm not lying, guys, when I'm telling you this. I could do an entire hour on Death Stranding. I'm not making it up. There's so much going on. And if you watched it, this is the thing. Norman Reedus is sitting there and he's talking and he's standing next to Hideo and he's like, this man is light years ahead of everybody intellectually. He's doing things. It's making me second guess life because he's showing me improving things to me. He is.
I'm just surprised that Norman Reedus was his choice. Like, what else has he done other than Boondock Saints?
Well, he's a fan. Well,
not Boondock Saints. What is it?
No, he wasn't Boondock Saints. But he was in The Walking Dead, and that's where he found him, and that's where he liked the character. He liked the grizzled character that he plays as Daryl on The Walking Dead. That's why he chose. But you have to think about it. How long ago was Silent Hills?
It was pretty 3 years ago.
If not,
No, how old is the PS4? 3 years.
Yeah.
It's about a year span into the PS4.
And he had Norman Reedus then.
Yeah.
And that's how he got him. And that was the beginning of them working together.
I never got that fucking final scene on PT to get the scene right. I'm fucking pissed.
Dude, but what he did for PT, like he used every aspect of that controller.
Everything, even the
microphone.
The microphone.
You had to use the microphone.
When you were on the phone.
You had to use everything. That shows his genius. That shows where he is, and at times it's. I worry that this game's going to be too smart for most people, and I don't give a shit because.
Well, I mean, he's been doing it since, remember, Metal Gear, when he made you look behind the cover box.
Yeah.
And just,
dude, it's stuff
the memory card you had to have, this switching the controller, this.
He transforms games at a level that we don't even understand at times, man.
Well, what you were talking about makes me think about when he does a game. He, at least in most games in the world, somehow they talk about how they know it's a video game,
right? And that's where this one is going.
Exactly.
But I mean, this is why we don't have the time to talk about Death Stranding. The trailer is crazy.
It's very crazy
with how he is. This is Odyssey. What is it? Space Odyssey 2001. Yeah. This is on that level.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, 2001 Space Odyssey. Excuse me. This is on that level of like, what did I just watch? And with
I saw
him,
it like 3 times when I was working. I was like, what am I watching?
With that, he's a huge science fiction fan. I mean, he looks up to Blade Runner, Akira, The Matrix. He looks up to these films and he takes that and then he takes actual science and knowledge. You look at the dog tags, and I'm using air quotes, that Norman Reedus has, and it's a bunch of mathematical equations that talk about interdimension. We don't have the time, dude. So we're going to move on. Right. And maybe over the break, I will make a complete...
Or another commercial.
on just what he's doing. He's so amazing. I'll never get over.
I just blow him while you're at it.
I'll never get over him.
My God,
he is my hero, man. Evil Metal Gamers, guys. The day he either retweets me, or the day somehow, some way,
panic attack.
he the day he grants us an interview, I don't know what I'll do.
Bro,
I would die.
you need a translator. So,
I don't care.
well, you know,
I'd pay somebody to do it out of pocket. Out of
I
pocket.
can find a translator.
So, staying in video games, DayZ is officially coming to PlayStation 4 2018.
Never played it, but I'm assuming it's close to PUBG.
Yeah. It's
Same concept.
survival horror kind of thing.
Yeah.
You got to survive zombies, got to survive humans.
I think I would play that on PS4. Can we play together?
Yeah. It's on a server.
Or is it a full $59.99?
Oh, that I don't know, but it's coming. I see that coming, and unless Xbox goes and full on buys out Bluehole, it's just a matter of time.
But DayZ wasn't made by Bluehole, right?
No, but it's just a matter of time.
So you want to talk about the news about PUBG on Xbox One X?
I mean, the commercial was cool. They did a good job of selling the commercial. Did you see it?
Yeah, but the news is that I saw it. It was really well done.
The commercial was great.
I haven't seen a good commercial like that since man, what was the name of that game where you play the monster and people try to kill you? You remember that game?
Oh, Evolve.
Remember the commercial? Of
Yeah,
that?
the commercial was great.
Where the kid's running. Oh God, I love that commercial. That sold it to me.
And
Because
then
the kid jumps up and then he jumps back down as a monster. Oh man, the game sucked, but
the concept was great.
the concept was great.
It-
It's free to play.
Yeah,
I think for PlayStation also, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Can you vote finally? Have you played? Can you actually vote? Because they showed that like 6 times in the trailer. I'm like, Jose said you can't vote.
No, still haven't gotten it.
It's in the trailer though.
It's in the 1.0, which is when the Xbox One version comes out, 15th.
I don't know, something like that.
It's coming out when Star Wars comes out.
Oh,
Either way, the big news is that PUBG is running at 30 frames per second on the Xbox One X. No matter what version it is, it's running 30 frames per second. Now, I can forgive it on Xbox One S or Xbox S as in Sam, but
I spent $500.
Yeah, thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. I just spent fucking $500, and you're giving me 30 frames per second. Okay, 30 FPS, no problem. All right, I'm gonna go to 1080p because obviously my 4K is gonna make me not a problem. Let me go to 1080p, and everything's gonna be okay. Nope. Xbox says nope. Xbox says no. You're doing 30. You're doing 30, sir. 30. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear everybody in the PC community knows that PUBG is broken because it uses way too much your CPU processor, more than your graphics card. But it's a shitty. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for the people. It is a shitty looking game.
Yeah.
It is a shitty. It's a great game to play. It's a great concept, but it's shitty looking. It's terrible graphics. I mean, it's PS3 graphics, I would say. And my computer can barely pass 70 FPS because it kills your processor. All right? So then it leads me to the conclusion that it has nothing to do with Microsoft. It all comes down to the producer, the guys who are developers, because 30 FPS and they don't give you a reason. They promise 60, and then right before, I guess they didn't want to do another. What's the fucking shitty game that came out that lied to everybody, and then it came out.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. They didn't want to do a No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
So they just to correct things. The game's gonna run 30 FPS for every system. And then people dropped out of their chairs when they found this out. This is fucking bullshit.
No.
A $60 game, a $500 system.
I'd be pissed. I would almost call a lawsuit.
I would too.
I would.
30 FPS? Are you kidding me?
Like I would call a lawsuit because you're telling me that you sold me on the idea that it was going to be 60 frames per second.
And then you change your mind.
And then you release the system, and I'm going and buying the system.
And you do this.
And you do this. There's a lawsuit there.
I mean,
That's
just-
that
What-
is the definition of false advertisement.
Then I mean, I understand that the console gamer is desperate to play the game. I'm not saying you are, Frank, but there's a lot of console gamers that are dying to play this fucking game, and now you're gonna even let them do this to you just so you can play it? Fuck it. Do not buy this game. Do not buy it. Show them that they need to fix that because that is unacceptable. Okay, you guys got together to fix EA problem with the loot boxes. You should do the same thing for PUBG. Don't fucking buy it. 30 FPS is unacceptable for a $500 system. $500 fucking dollars. $500. Do you understand what $500 is? That is a lot of fucking money that you invested. Go buy yourself a PlayStation Pro and then get Fortnite that runs at 60.
And I think you could. Rumor has it that it's going to go on sale soon.
You see,
And so you might be able to get the 3D headset too. The
it's
VR
going,
headset.
It's going to 350. Just get the headset.
Yeah, you're spending $50 more to get a headset.
It's fucking unbelievable.
But remember, you get 6 teraflops.
Fuck no. I mean, so yeah, I just Frank. What bothers me about this is that it is their selling point. Okay,
Yeah,
They're-
the
they-
most powerful system.
has the most famous game because nobody gives a shit about Forza. Nobody cares about Gears of War. That came out. It's done. You can't pitch that to sell your system. So how do you sell the Xbox One X? By selling it to be the most powerful system. I'm losing my voice, guys. Sorry. With the most popular game right now. And you throw this bomb on them? Why would you stick with Microsoft after that? Because, I mean, that's exactly what I would say. I mean, if PlayStation did it to me, it would be unacceptable too.
But I mean, this is where I go back to the fandom of the PlayStation. And we look at all the first party titles that I've gone over. Last night was PSX, which was the PlayStation show, which they did immediately after the Video Game Awards. There wasn't anything truly exciting for me per se, but what they showed is for the indie gamers. There's a lot of indie games, tons of indie games that are all pixelated and, overhead shooters and RPGs with loot and all this other indie product. There's also a lot of VR product, and apparently there's going to be The Last Guardian VR,
Well, you also... go ahead.
Wipeout VR, which there are certain games now that I'm looking at it and you're just tacking on the VR.
Yeah,
thing.
did you see the VR program they were doing?
No, I didn't see the VR program.
They were doing something where if you signed up, they would send you the VR program. You put the credit card. They hold whatever the amount is.
Yeah.
It's $300, $400. The VR, $300.
200. It's 200
Well,
for the
200.
VR.
They hold the $200 in your account, and they give you like 3 games and the controllers. They send it to your house, and then you try it out. And then if you like it, they give you everything you got for that amount.
Right.
You heard of it?
No.
It was sold out like that. You're like,
Jesus.
yeah, no.
But
You can't do it. It's closed. Everybody got their
Yeah.
free systems. And if you don't like it, just return it.
yeah.
But what an ingenious idea. Let people rent it.
But it comes down to, you have these games. You have Wipeout already.
Yeah.
You have Resident Evil 7 already.
Yes. Exactly.
What other kind of
They send them Skyrim.
Skyrim.
VR.
What else? What other games do they have? They have
Doom. I think.
no. Gran Turismo uses the VR headset now.
But, I mean, to send that as the bundle.
Yeah.
Skyrim. I mean,
That stuff that's really that's awesome in and of itself. I get it. I'm a fanboy for, I'm doing the fanboy thing, but they're showing what Microsoft isn't.
yeah.
They're creating products and they're constantly making stuff. And did you see the new Media Molecule game that they're doing? Media Molecule, for those who don't know, they created this game called Little Big Planet, which was really cool, really innovating.
So they're doing another one?
No, they're doing a game called Dreams,
Okay.
and they showed it off. And I'm trying to figure it out, and the playing style of it, you're like this little bug, and you go on this light trail, and you're opening up these walls and things. It's kind of, you're opening the dream. Media Molecule has they're known for allowing players to create things, to make levels, to make characters, everything along those lines. And they're saying that the level of creativity in this game is going to be huge. I don't know how they're doing it yet. They just showed off a little bit of PSX, but it's going to be pretty cool. Sony knows what they're doing.
They know.
And Sony knows what they're doing. I mean, this is the spectrum.
Well,
So you have the indie games, you have these games like Dreams, you have the Crash Bandicoots of the world, and then for me, you have the God of War and Death Stranding.
Exactly.
It's something for everybody.
Exactly, and they're not concerned. They're not concerned that Xbox has the most powerful system. They're not concerned because if you can't realize what Xbox is doing, then you need to open your eyes right now because they're doing it right in front of you. The PC and Xbox, they are telling you they're going PC. They are going PC. You need to get a hold of the concept that this is it. You're not going to get another Xbox after this.
This is that what is it? This is that GameStop going out of business. The
Yeah,
Blockbuster going out of business.
They are moving their IP. Did I say that right? Yeah, they're moving it to PC. So you better get a grip because it's happening, guys. You don't see that when you buy the game, they're giving it to you on PC is because they are moving that way. They are headed that way. Unless they're going to do what every 2 years, they're going to give you a new system. And from what I've seen, they're doing it once a year, right?
I think there's like 7 different Xboxes, to be quite honest.
So, I mean, if that's not telling you that they're going PC, that's what people do with PCs. They get new parts.
Yeah.
Except they're not spending fucking $800 for a teraflop. You know, the amount that they spend $500 to get a brand new Xbox system is what you would have paid for a graphics card that would have been 5 Xboxes.
Yeah.
$500 gets you a GTX 1070. Frank doesn't know what that is, but it is way more powerful than Xbox One X. So, Microsoft people, this is what my advice for you: either go PC or get a PlayStation. If you can't let go of console, if it's just so absolutely hard to let go of a console, then just stay with PlayStation 4, which obviously they know what they're doing.
No, and
they know exactly what they're doing.
I think we're reaching the point where there's going to be Sony and there's going to be Nintendo, and that's going to be it.
I think so too.
And I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I feel like it's too. I'm trying to think of something along those lines where you don't. It's almost like a Coke and Pepsi kind of.
Yeah. Thank you. That's good. That's good.
Like there's really that's it, but you don't really need much after that. There will always be the PC community. I mean, the PC community literally was there when Atari started. I remember my uncle had a computer before the Nintendo came out. He had a computer before the Atari, and we played Space Invaders on it. It was this weird box thing that we played Space Invaders on, and that was the only game on it. But that's what we played. And then later he got an Atari, and then later he got the Nintendo, and then I got a Nintendo. And then multiple systems came out, and they didn't survive.
Exactly.
And now we're down to these two. And I feel like these two are where it's at. And especially, I feel like Nintendo has found their niche with the mobile, being able to take it wherever.
Exactly. That's where I think they're going, bro.
Which is fine. And then the Sony is doing what Sony's doing.
I see the future where PlayStation is going to become the mobile box. I mean, that's where I see PlayStation going, turning into the home media, where it's a console and then you can just watch movies, play the best games, and Nintendo, they're already testing the waters with cell phones,
right?
And their system has gotten smaller. I don't know if you guys don't notice.
Yeah,
they went from the Wii to the Wii U, which is technically the tablet is what they were offering, and now they went to just a tablet, and eventually it's just gonna get smaller and smaller and thinner. Because the more they progress, they're gonna, and then before you know it, it's no longer a console.
Right.
It'll be the Nintendo DS, but console power.
Right.
So then where does that leave Xbox? Just go to PC.
Yeah, and that's where but it's founded in the PC world. It's Microsoft. It was founded in the PC world.
Exactly.
So that's really it. They went in when they saw that there was a market. They came in strong, dude. I remember when the Xbox first came out, they had SSX. That was not a PlayStation game. SSX was originally an Xbox game. Tricky came out on the PlayStation too. They went in with the Pitch Black game, the Vin Diesel game.
Oh yeah,
Riddick, Chronicles of Riddick.
Chronicles of
That
Riddick.
was never on
I remember
PlayStation 2.
seeing that. I was like, wow, look at those shadows.
Oh my god.
You know, they didn't have shadows like they did in that game.
No. What else did they have? They had Halo, of course. That's where the Splinter Cell franchise started because Sony had Metal Gear, so you had two different franchises there. You had the Hitman series was there.
Was it?
Yeah, Hitman was on there. They had a bunch of games. KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. All those games were originally on the Xbox. What was they had a fighting game. It was made by BioWare, and they were martial artists.
I don't. Martial.
Oh, man, it was really good. I remember it, but I can't recall the game.
I mean, they had Knights of the Old Republic too. So.
Regardless, they had so many games, and it was there was a literal choice you had to make. Was it going to be on Xbox? Was it going to be on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Xbox 360 comes out, and it's
took
cheaper, and they had a better internet capability, everything along those lines. But they went away from what keeps you afloat, which is the first-party games.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I feel that things would have been different if they got on that Xbox out before the PlayStation, but the PlayStation came out and it was cheaper. They didn't make that big mess with digital.
Yeah.
You know,
the always online.
Oh my God. And then they had that idiot who said, well, if you don't have internet, just get an Xbox 360.
Oh my God.
He told the soldiers to screw themselves over in the army.
I was pissed. I mean, that's one of those things that goes back to the whole microtransactions. And dude, when the company says, oh no, you're going to bow down. No, we are the customer. You're not going to force us to do it. Funny thing is the CEO came out for Take-Two, Rockstar, about Red Dead. And he says, no, we don't look at loot crates as gambling. However, you need to, when you're making a product, you can't go based off of monetary. You have to make something that the consumer wants. And with that, we already have what we're going to do with Red Dead Redemption. They already have their online model, everything for that game, for Red Dead Redemption 2. That stuff is set dressed. They're getting ready to ship. I mean, then what did they say? February, March?
March.
So
the March was the other one coming out too.
God of War.
March.
Apparently, March 22nd is the leaked date. I'm not going to work that day.
I need a 4K TV before.
But damn it, I had it and then I lost it. Oh, but he's saying, you got to make the product that the customer wants, not what you think they want. This idea of you making, we tell you what you like, I think those days are becoming numbered.
Oh yeah.
You can't. It's not the way it works. Not
with social media and everything around.
No, you don't get.
People can get together now and fight back.
Yeah, no, you can't tell us what we want.
Your reputation can be tainted now.
Oh, their reputation, but their reputation has been tainted in the past.
Yeah, but back then it was just okay. You go online and you find out. Now, somebody can say some bullshit about you, and they can just. Somebody said some complaint about Xbox, then that person can just share it on Twitter, and the other person can share it on Twitter, and before you know it, that one speck of a person who was saying some bullshit about you has fucking destroyed you.
Yeah,
because
absolutely. What's one little voice? One little voice.
Exactly. I mean, let me give you an example, guys. When you have a complaint about something that happened to you with a specific whatever, restaurant, retail store, whatever, don't go to customer service. Don't go to the manager and don't say shit over on an email. Post your situation on Twitter. I
Yelp.
promise. No, fuck Yelp. Put it on Twitter. Make your complaint and put at whatever the company is. I guarantee you that in less than 10 minutes, that company's going to talk to you. Because I know it. You can get through those people real fast. They are so scared of Twitter that the moment you put at whatever, at Coca-Cola, I found a finger in my can. One Coca-Cola, they hire people to be on Twitter all day. That guy is going to he's gonna follow you. This is the process. He follows you. Then he's gonna say, I'm sorry what happened. Can you follow me or whatever so we can direct message each other? Now, when they tell you direct message, that means they don't want the people to know. So the second step is to fucking what do you call it?
Document?
No, take a picture of your screenshot that conversation.
Yeah.
If you still don't get what you want, then share that fucking direct message over Twitter again. They will bow to you and do whatever it is so that you don't taint them. That's the problem with games these days, is that they can't say that fucking attitude because we have the power now. We have another example is of what's going on with the internet.
The net neutrality.
Net neutrality. Did you realize why they want to do this? Is to control you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They want to control what you say.
What I love though, what I do love is the big guys. They don't want it.
They don't exactly.
Yeah, Facebook, Amazon. They're like, no,
they don't want it.
No. They're like, we have the money to pay for it, but only reason why we were able to become what we are today is because of net neutrality. Because we were able to go. Because Facebook would have never been able to compete with MySpace back then.
No
way.
Twitter wouldn't have survived. Instagram wouldn't have survived. None of that would have survived if they do that. But what I'm saying is that net neutrality has nothing to do with if they get a hold of control of this. It doesn't matter how much money Twitter has. If they feel that Twitter is a threat to big companies will pay money to slow down Twitter.
Yeah,
they will do it. That's the thing. That people think that with the money, for example, Facebook's being cocky. We got $1 billion. We can pay it so we can have the internet run. But if a bigger company has money, they can pay off Comcast or Verizon to slow down your website.
Yeah.
And then what's going to happen? The neutrality's over.
And this is something that they're fighting in it. I think it's India they're fighting over it, and they're saying like it's a big deal. I heard it on NPR where this guy's like it's a huge problem. It leads to ugly. I mean. Dude, this is one of those things where the future is getting scary.
It is getting scary
because people are trying to do things.
But I'm telling you, it all goes back to the voice, where the voice over these social medias now, and they want to control that.
No,
they want to control it. They want to slow it down.
Absolutely.
They're going to slow I'm telling you, Twitter is worth what, billions?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if the Comcast feels it's a threat. They will fucking slow it down. Huh? They will slow it down. And you know what happens when you go to a website and it's slow?
But I mean,
you stop going to it.
But then this is where something like Facebook and Amazon would. This is my opinion. Facebook and Amazon and whatnot, they just start teaming up and they're gonna be like, we're gonna create our own internet.
Yeah, it could lead to that.
And we're gonna create our own internet, and guess what? We're not gonna have it. So.
And Google Google is offering free internet. Comcast and Verizon and Time Warner or whatever, you guys need to calm the fuck down because Google is going out there and making their own internet.
Yeah, and then
fuck you.
I mean,
everybody gets free internet.
I mean, the only reason why I have Comcast as we speak is because they got the fastest.
This is the only reason.
That's the only reason. That's the only. I hate them.
I hate them.
Hate them. God, I hate you.
At Comcast, I hate you.
Yeah. My internet's fast as hell. I hate you.
But exactly.
I would gladly go somewhere else. Gladly. But nobody's giving me 100.
You live in Miami, right?
150 megabits per second.
Where do you live?
150 megabits per second. Somebody,
because Google's giving away fiber there.
I think one of my friends has AT&T for the same price. He's getting 50. That's a third.
It's true.
The stuff I download, like, dude, I've downloaded a movie. And no. I've downloaded a 700 megabyte movie under 2 minutes. It's scary. When I see that it's downloading at 2.4 megabytes per second,
What do you think they're gonna do?
think about that. That's insane when you think about. That is insane when you think about that. How fast that is. But
And what do you think they're gonna
Oh,
do
no,
when they
and-
do new? They get what they want.
no, and I mean that means, but that hurts us. Like us as the small guys, we're just trying. With you and me, we're not trying to make $1 billion off this. We're here to have fun, and if at all possible, make a buck in the future. That's really it. This is what we're passionate about. This is what we like to do. It would take. We always bash IGN. It would take them 0 time to get us off the air
Because they got the money.
because they got the money. It's nonsense. My final thought, and then because we have things that we got to do. We know we said we're going to do a 2-hour episode, but we'll make it up in the future. My last comment, and god damn if I didn't love it, and it came from a company I love. #SavePlayer1.
What?
The infomercial that Bethesda made for first-party gamers. For the gamer that's like me who hates playing games online. You didn't see it?
I think it did. I think.
Oh my god! Because they're like
They showed everything.
everybody plays first person or FIFA, and now the guy who loves the first party games, he's been left in the cold. But here at Bethesda, and it was like trying to save like sick kids, but it's trying to save. But when and then they held up the titles: Dishonored 2, Doom, Skyrim, Fallout 4,
Wolfenstein.
I mean, God,
Everything is single player.
oh, and they're so good, and they're all critically acclaimed, and it's just like yes. And I love #SavePlayer1. It was as soon as I saw it, I tweeted it out.
And
It's so awesome.
it's so well done. But the fact that people are saying that first player games are done with. the top games of this year
Everything
was first player.
Whether it was Nier, Resident Evil 7,
It was all
Horizon,
yes, exactly.
Zelda, Mario,
Wolfenstein.
what else? Jesus Christ, there's so many games.
and people are going out there saying that it's the end of story mode.
Well,
basically.
because you still have the Call of Duties and the FIFAs that get a bulk of the sales, but we go back to it. I'm not gonna play Zelda, and you may not play Horizon. I'm just you know what I mean? So yeah, we're not gonna get those games, but you're still gonna get your sales. You're still gonna get your numbers.
It's not. They're not done.
They're not. They can't be done.
They're not. Of course not. That's what makes what's. If games were only multiplayer, they wouldn't be considered media, artistic media, because there's no story in multiplayer. So how can you put that in the same category as a movie? I mean, games are considered more movie-like more than ever than multiplayer. You don't get that from multiplayer. Multiplayer is a game that wouldn't separate it from Monopoly
Or chess.
or chess. Okay, there's no story mode on chess. Okay, it's a good example. It's like you're it's like watching a movie or playing chess. You understand? There's no way that is going away. No way. Look at the amount of games that are coming out next year that have story.
And
Single player mode.
and with that, we'll you look at Hellblade. Hellblade
Thank you.
slayed it. They fucking kicked ass, and it was a $40 game.
$30.
$30 game. So
$30. Why? Because they didn't need multiplayer. In that
right,
game.
but that's I think that needs to be the new model in my opinion.
Of course.
You need to
Yeah, if you guys are complaining about $60 games, most of the time, not always, most of the time is because there's some multiplayer or some online features, and that's why they're charging you that much.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's been fun.
It was.
I missed you guys. I missed you.
I missed you too, buddy.
All right, man. But that's really all we got this week. We'll be back next week. Our games of the year will be unveiled, revealed soon.
Alex told me he wants to get in, so
Adrian, I spoke to him on the phone. He might try to get in, so
I can connect the phone.
yeah.
So he can talk on the phone.
So we'll get everything done here rather quickly, and
Yeah.
fun stuff.
All right, guys, don't forget to follow us at Evil Metal Gamers on Twitter. Don't forget to go to either the Apple, iTunes, or Google Play. Like and follow, and just give us a review. I don't care if you hate us, but say something. It helps us out. I don't mind a comment. I mean, we're willing to fix things a little bit. If not, I'll have Frank answer you back.
There you go.
Okay, guys. Take care.
Love, peace, happiness.